I'm about to spit some fire, ain't no sugarcoatin here. Minnie Mango, the queenpin, stood tall, her AKR Trio, Beans, Kai, and Monty, by her side. They were the dynamic foursome, taking Vegas by storm. But what the fam didn't know was that Minnie had a secret plan to take the city by surprise. Lil Georgie, the OG cat, lounged on the couch, watching the crew with a knowing glare. Sir Edgar, the youngin, was busy chasing his tail, while Tiki, the middle cat, just chillin', soaking up the vibes. These felines ran the house, and the AKR Trio knew it. Minnie's eyes locked onto her kids. All right, y'all, it's time to put the plan in motion. Beans, you're on lookout. Kai, you're on wheels. Monty, you're on comms. The trio nodded, knowing their roles. As they rolled out, the city lights flashed like diamonds in the night. Minnie's voice came through the comms, calm and cool. Remember, kids, stick to the script. We're making moves, getting that paper. The AKR Trio moved like a well-oiled machine, each one playing their part. Lil Georgie, Sir Edgar, and Tiki watched from the crib, ears perked, waiting for the signal. The plan was to hit the underground clubs, get the word out about Minnie's Mango Mash, and make some real moves. But little did they know, they weren't the only ones playing the game. A rival crew was watching, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The stakes were high, the tension was thick, and the Mango crew was ready to put it all on the line. It was time to see if they'd come out on top or get left in the dust. The city was theirs for the taking, and Minnie Mango wasn't playing games.
The night air was electric, the music thumping like a bass line in Minnie's chest. The AKR Trio moved in sync, their eyes scanning the crowd for any signs of trouble. Beans was scouting for the best spot to make the drop. Kai was watching the exits, and Monty was working the room, building hype for Minnie's Mango Mash. Minnie herself was a vision, her style on point, her confidence radiating like a beacon. She slipped through the crowds like a ghost, her high heels clicking on the floor. The DJ caught her eye and she nodded. The music shifted into a remix that got the crowd wild. Lil Georgie, Sir Edgar, and Tiki were chilling back at the crib, but they were wired in, monitoring the feeds from the club. They could hear the music, the cheers, and the occasional shout. Sir Edgar's ears perked up as he heard Minnie's voice, clear as day, coming through the comms. All right, kids, it's time to make it rain. Let's show them what Mango Mash is all about. The AKR Trio sprang into action, moving through the crowd like pros. Beans was flinging flyers, Kai was getting people hyped, and Monty was sipping on a drink looking like she owned the place. But just as things were getting wild, the lights flickered and the music screeched to a halt. A rival crew stepped up, their faces twisted in sneers. Well, look what we got here, one of them said, his voice dripping with malice. Minnie Mango, the queen of the game. We've been watching you and we ain't impressed. Minnie smiled, her eyes flashing with a fierce glint. You should be, we're just getting started. The air was thick with tension, the crowd holding its collective breath. It was about to go down and only one crew was walking away on top. The rival crew, looking for trouble, took a step closer. Minnie stood her ground, her eyes locked on the leader. The AKR Trio closed ranks around her, their faces set in determination. You think you're tough? The leader sneered. We run this city. You're just a relic of the past. You don't know the history, boo. I've been building my empire for years. You're just a speed bump on my road to success. The leader snarled, his hand reaching for his waist. You need a lesson in respect. Minnie's eyes flicked to the side, a signal to the AKR Trio. Beans and Kai grabbed the rival crew's goons, holding them back while Manny slipped into the shadows. The leader, thinking he had the upper hand, lunged at Minnie, but she was ready. With a swift move, she took him down, her heels planted firmly on his chest. The club erupted into cheers, the rival crew backing down. Minnie stood tall, her chest heaving with exertion. It's time to take over, she whispered to the AKR Trio. Let's show them what we're made of. The trio nodded, their faces set in determination. The night was young and Minnie Mango was just getting started. Lil Georgie, Sir Edgar, and Tiki, watching from the crib, let out a collective meow. They knew the vibe. The Mango crew was about to take the city by storm. As the rival crew slinked away, Minnie's phone buzzed with an incoming call. She glanced at the screen, her eyes narrowing. Unknown number, she muttered. The AKR Trio exchanged a wary glance. Who's this? Minnie answered. A low, gravelly voice spoke on the other end. Minnie Mango, you're making waves. I like your style. Meet me at the old warehouse at midnight if you want to keep your empire intact. Minnie's eyes locked onto the AKR Trio. It's on, she said, her voice dripping with anticipation. The screen faded to black as the words midnight